Here it's up. I ain't got it on.
Right, okay, done. Right, we're ready. Yeah, I can't hear it now. Okay. Oh, man.
What a start.
This will be edited out on the actual version. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Right. So my mic was on mute. We could hear Ben at the start.
I'm gonna hear me going drug up scene at the start.
Oh my god. Right, we're just gonna get on with it. We're talking about the England Euro squad of 2021, who should be in it, who should be dropped. And yeah, we're gonna get into it now. Oh man. Right. So, I'm gonna open this question. We're gonna start from the goalkeepers and we're gonna move up to like the attack. Obviously the goalkeeping position is going to be up for grabs massively, as I think Pickford's underperformed this season.
Yeah, same.
And obviously Nick Pope and Jordan Henderson, not Jordan Henderson. Oh,
Dean Henderson.
God, Dean Henderson. He's had a terrific season. I find this quite interesting. Pickford's actually had 6 clean sheets this season from 29 appearances. Nick Pope's had 11 from the same amount of appearances. And Dean Henderson's had 10 clean sheets out of 27. So straight away, there's a massive gap in clean sheets. Does Pickford have an argument to keep his place?
I think the only thing you could defend Pickford on in getting a place would be experience.
Yeah,
just
that's
being
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
But then again, the other keepers, if they performed well, they also deserve to get that experience. So
yeah, because then you got to think of future tournaments of when Pickford's gone and we bring in someone like Dean Henderson or Nick Pope. They'll have the experience. They'll be good enough to have it. I agree with that.
Who did England play net for the Euro 2016? I can't remember. What was it?
Joe
Pickford
Hart.
Didn't play, did Yeah.
Joe Hart.
So
he would drop quickly.
If Pickford was given the chance for the World Cup, then I reckon.
To be fair, that was his first international tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Pickford's. Yeah.
And it's a weird one with Pickford because some games you can be like up there with one of the best keepers in the Prem, like with some of the saves he makes.
Yeah.
And then he just does some of the strangest decisions ever. It's like as I'm a goalkeeper and I watch him, it's like every save has to be like a dramatic save. Look at me. Look at this save. I just think
I agree with that.
I think with Dean Henderson as well. This is a real interesting stat. Pickford conceded 46 goals this season. Yes, there's a 2 appearance difference between Henderson and Pickford, but Henderson's only conceded 22 goals.
Yeah.
Compare that to 46.
I know, that's a lot.
And another thing to consider is I think Everton have got a stronger backline on paper than Sheffield United.
But then with Sheffield United, and they got a back 5.
Yeah, they do.
When they go defensively, they have a back 5.
Yeah.
So that's obviously that kind of brings an extra layer in for Sheffield United. But that's still that's 24 goals difference.
Yeah.
I think that's just mental for me. Because obviously we've got an extra year now for the Euros. I'd personally probably pick Henderson.
Yeah.
I would pick Henderson.
That also means because you've got to remember, depending on what happens with United, say if they, go right, we've got this young English keeper, maybe let's move on to Gea, cash in on him, and say if he has a season at United, if he really performs, that could just regiment a spot in the team.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Pickford has to go though. I think Pickford will
there's 3 keepers, isn't they? They picked 3 keepers, so I think they will pick Pickford, Pope, and Henderson.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is there anyone else that could challenge? Because mine, I've just gone blank.
Well, I don't think there really. There's Foster.
Yeah.
Which maybe just for proper experience, because he's
Butland's been dropped by Stoke. Apparently.
Oh yeah. Butland doesn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Which is quite unfortunate because he was actually quite a good keeper, and I feel like he really messed up his opportunity by not leaving Stoke.
Yeah.
If he left Stoke, stayed in the Prem, he probably wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
But that was his decision. But I do watch out of Ben Foster because I know Watford are near the bottom and all that, but his season's been incredible.
Very well.
If he's 10 years younger, he definitely makes
Oh,
this, makes this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
And that's the thing with Henderson. I think that's and Pope and Pickford, all three of them, quite young, which is kind of a
Yeah.
good thing because we have the next 2-3 tournaments covered for goalkeepers, which
Yeah.
is
I
a
agree.
place we don't have to worry about. But
Yeah.
then with Pickford as well, he brings different attributes to the team, which I like. His kicking is insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Like,
very good at
people
kicking.
don't understand his the distance he can get on his kicks and the accuracy is
His
actually a joke.
distribution is very good.
Yeah.
It is a joke. So then he brings in that because he put at 235 accurate long balls, which just shows that. And obviously
Wow.
playing with
Yeah.
Calvert-Lewin up front, who's the target man for Everton.
Good link up there.
Exactly. So we'll just have to see.
Mm.
But I think Southgate has a real debate on his hands with his coaching team.
Yeah, I think he's gonna struggle to pick. To be honest.
Because
Yeah.
with a tournament, what I think is anyway, you've got to get a keeper and stick with the keeper.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
be, rotating the keepers around because I feel like the keeper is one of the most important assets to a team. If you keep swapping and changing, the defence don't know who's going to be in net.
Yeah, and then the communication.
And they'll have to
things
keep
like
on
that break down.
changing to like, say one keeper kicks the ball a certain way.
Yeah,
you follow that, and then
adapt to the
next
style.
time it's a different keeper, and then they have to get used to that and keep on
Yeah.
changing.
Exactly.
It's gonna be difficult.
I completely agree. But for me, because with Southgate, because obviously he's been managing England for coming up to 4 years in September.
Wow. Didn't think it was that long.
I know, yeah. When you have had someone in net and you've coached them into your style of play for so long, you kind of want to stick with that and not change it, because you've got like Nick Pope, who I know has had a few call-ups recently and started a few games. But like Henderson, he's probably the best keeper out of them all.
Yeah.
But he's never been part of the England setup. He doesn't,
Yeah.
Because you've got to remember, England don't have many like friendlies and Nation League games where he can train with him all the time and get him to his style of play. So that's another view of it. Pickford's been with Southgate all the way through. So he might just stick with him for that reason of he knows the way I play. I can trust him, because in the World Cup, he had a good World Cup, I thought, Pickford.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did do that.
Didn't do much wrong. I know that we didn't play many tough opponents, but yeah, I think there's a strong debate for all three of them, to be fair.
Yeah, I think the fact that there's, obviously it's next year as well, it gives us next season as well to really boil it down.
And as well, you could say Pickford could have an absolute stormer next season. You could, because we don't know. He could have an insane season, and then we're going to be like, oh, we should send Pickford, just because he's come back to have a solid season. It's just hard to debate it.
Do you send a keeper on the last few years, or just the last season leading up to the competition?
I think that's why we're quite lucky as well, the fact that we've got an extra year.
Yeah.
Because
that's what I was gonna say. The actual coronavirus stuff might actually, I know it sounds weird, but help Southgate in a way, because he has more time to like scout.
Oh yeah, and as well,
scout stuff and...
it gives him time to, review every player a bit more, but also any injuries we had. I know we had quite a few. I know Rashford was out, wasn't he?
Yeah. Abraham.
Abraham was always carrying a knock, I felt, in the last month or two when we had football. Kane, he was a doubt.
Yeah.
So that's why we're talking about Vardy coming back in, which we will get on to.
Yeah.
So
up top.
Exactly. And as well, I just want to put in any questions you've got, leave them. Because I see one now, and then at the end of the stream we'll go back to them and we'll answer them and we'll discuss them. So if you do have any questions, do leave them for me. So we're gonna move on from that.
Moving on.
And this has kind of been a debate throughout football in the Premier League all season in terms of James Maddison and Jack Grealish. They've kind of been compared to one another quite often.
Especially both being linked to United. A lot of people have
seen
the stats and compared them both.
Which I think is a little unfair in terms of, letting stats decide people's view on players. Because sometimes it doesn't show the full story. But Maddison, I feel, has been a bit unfortunate to only get one appearance for England, and that be off the bench. And especially if he started over Mason Mount, I thought that was a little strange in the last England games. But I'm just going to rattle the stats, as I know I've just discussed, to not judge plays off stats, but we're going to do it anyway. Maddison's played 28 games in the Premier League. He scored 6, 3 assists. 6 big chances created throughout. And then compare that to Grealish, who's played 26 games. He's scored 7 compared to Maddison's 6 and assisted 6 goals. So, and then 6 big chances created. So in terms of goal, it's quite close, but Grealish has kind of edged it on assists.
Yeah.
You got to remember as well, Grealish, Aston Villa side, not as good players as Leicester. So he may have to do more, which obviously means he gets better stats. With Maddison, he has Tielemans and Ndidi, Barnes, who can get the assist for him. So he might be the assist of the assister.
Yeah.
But he's been doing very well to get like kind of noticed by a lot of people now. I feel like he's getting more noticed as like United's now want him. And now he's starting to get compared to players also that play his style and stuff, and the amount of goals he scored was the same amount in assists as you said there. Yeah. So I think he's doing pretty well. To be honest.
I think it's hard to pick one being better than the other, personally.
Yeah.
I think they're both equally as good as each other.
Yeah.
The only problem with Grealish is, and this has kind of happened during this lockdown, obviously he did something quite stupid. I don't know what he did. I don't want to go into details of it, but he basically got like fined and pretty much told off.
Yeah.
But it's not like the first time he's done that. Obviously, years ago, something else happened with, incidents. And then you just see that. And then especially with the one that happened in lockdown, you think, oh, he's matured now, Villa captain. He's left that young side, immature side out of him. And then he does something like that again. It's like, he's trying to get this big move to United or City or whoever. Because he will move.
Yeah, he
I
definitely
can
will
guarantee
move.
that. It's like you want the big move and then you decide to go and do these stupid things still when you're the leader of your hometown club. I think that's a bit of a factor.
Yeah.
Not that he's a better player, but in terms of who you want to sign, you come Madison, you don't really hear much wrong about him other than an expensive bag he bought, which people found ridiculous. But then you got Grealish, who just keeps doing these immature acts. So I think that plays a part in it.
It's pretty much like takeaway football, normal job. If you've got 2 people there, one's being stupid and posting stuff on social media and stuff, you're obviously not going to pick them. Exactly. Safe to saying bad things about people, you're obviously not going to pick them for the job. You're going to pick the other one. So it's quite a similar situation in football.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect comparison. That I just couldn't believe when I saw it. Like, football players have all this money, and then he decides to break like lockdown rules and just do something proper arrogant and just stupid. It's just like you're trying to set an example for all these kids who look up to you as the Villa captain, and then you just do something like that. I just don't understand that. That's my one bad thing about Grealish. Because as a player, I think he's great.
Yeah, I think when a big team like United have been rumoured with him, United will look at them factors. They won't just think, oh, well, it doesn't matter as long as he does the stuff on the pitch. United will look into that, and that will probably knock the chance of him signing for a big team like United.
Yeah, because you got United who, stand for so many things, and one of the biggest clubs in England, and you're supposed to represent that in a way, and then you're doing stuff like that. He's not helping himself, but that's his decision. If he doesn't get the move, he doesn't get the move. But I'm going to ask the tough question is, if you had to put one in your midfield, who would you start?
I'd put Maddison. I'd put Maddison.
Who would you choose?
I think I'd go Grealish.
Why?
I just feel like Grealish has something about him that is a lot more like a feisty player. I feel like Maddison.
Yeah.
He's still got something about him, obviously skill and that, amazing. But Grealish, I feel like he's like a feisty player. He's like dedicated.
Yeah.
I rate both of them, but personally,
it's a very tough question. Because
personally, it'd be Grealish.
Because I think they're pretty much skill-wise, I think equal. But I feel like if because obviously people could say, "Oh, Grealish is in this Aston Villa team; he has to do everything on his own." I feel like if you flip that and put Maddison into a Villa team, I think he'd be able to pull off the same numbers and do the same things. I think using that argument, I think, is quite weak because I think they could both do it in lower teams, like Grealish.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Grealish could easily do it for like, a team like Leicester, United. So it's a very. I choose Maddison just because I think on the ball, the way he finds a pass, I think he his passing is just proper point.
It reminds me. Maddison reminds me a bit like a Rooney player.
You're kind of behind the
Maddison.
striker, finding those passes. I can see the link. Yeah, that's for sure. Right, but that's a nice debate. I think Maddison's just come out on top. But we are going to talk about, and when researching for this topic, I was obviously looking at midfielders, and I thought, who could start in England midfielders like a three? Like a holding, then two midfielders off that person.
Yeah.
Then I'm just going to list all the midfielders that I found and listed. I'm going to tell you their age, because we've got quite a young midfield. And out of those three, if you could try and pick a three of midfield that you'd have a balance, not like the three best midfielders. Best balanced midfield, and then we'll discuss. So we've got Chamberlain, 26. He obviously missed the last World Cup due to an injury. Mason Mount, great season for Chelsea, 21. Declan Rice, 21. Harry Winks, 24. James Maddison's 23. Jordan Henderson's 29. So obviously a bit of experience. Champions League finals, Premier League winner, pretty much. Grealish, 24. I didn't want to put this person in because he might get the squad, but he won't start a game. Eric Dyer, 26. Still young because he's been around for so long. Dele Alli, 23. Loftus-Cheek, come back from a long injury, 24. Again, he won't make it, but he's Southgate, so we might take him. Lingard, who's 27. Ross Barkley, 26. Who's a bit of an on and off player. The average age of our midfielders are 24 and a half, which is quite young.
There's quite a young side there.
So if you can somehow pull out three midfielders, we'll do a midfielder each. So we'll do a holding midfielder each, and then we'll do two midfielders. Harvey, holding midfielder, who'd you go for?
Henderson.
I was going to say Henderson.
Okay, why?
Obviously, as you said, he's experienced in like big finals such as Champions League and winning it. Won Premier Leagues. I think he's just a good player all around, really.
I think he'd be a good leader as well to the midfield.
Captain, obviously,
Obviously, captain of Liverpool and stuff.
But my argument for that is I won't put him holding because I'll play him, but in the Liverpool squad he plays right centre mid.
Yeah.
With Fabinho in the CDM, and I really like how he plays on that right centre mid because he finds those pockets of spaces on the right and gets crosses in. But if you play holding, I don't think you'd have an issue with that because I know he's played there many times. There isn't much options for holding midfield.
Yeah.
Because I'd probably, depending on the season he has next season, I'd go Declan Rice.
Yeah.
If he can prove himself. Because I know for West Ham this season he's not been too great. He obviously has the potential. But say if Declan Rice doesn't quite make it, I'd probably have to stick Henderson in there. Because I don't think there's anyone else.
One else,
I'd agree with that, a leader. Right, a centre mid alongside, not left or right, doesn't matter who's making it. Go on, whoever wants to go first.
I go Chamberlain. I think
Chamberlain.
Apart from injuries, I think he's done very well, obviously, last season, but the injuries have kind of stopped him in his track going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
But apart from the injuries, if you take away the injuries, I think he's done very well.
Yeah, because in that World Cup, I know Lingard, I think, started where Chamberlain would have. In that World Cup, I feel like if we just had Chamberlain, the form he was on, I feel like he could have really made a difference. So, Ben, who would you put in the one of the centre mids?
I would probably use. I feel like I would use Mason Mount. I think.
Mount, wow.
I feel like he's one of them players where if you're lacking in goals and creations, He'll make him and score. I feel like he's one of them players.
Kind of when the chance comes, you'll take it. Yeah.
Say if you need a goal in last minute, I feel like he's one of them players who go and score. I feel like he's a natural goal scorer. But obviously Chamberlain's very good. He can also finish as well.
Yeah.
But just personally, I'd go Mason Mount. He's had a very good season for Chelsea. And yeah.
So if I was to have Rice Holding, one of the centre mids, I'd kind of want a creative player. So I'd probably lean more towards kind of like a Dele Alli kind of player. Maybe a Maddison. Those creative players.
Yeah.
Maddison was who I was going to have as well. I think Maddison would be good.
Yeah. Because I can see.
That's what I was going to do.
I'd probably put Chamberlain in as well. Because Chamberlain for me just as soon as I think of Chamberlain, I think workhorse would run in the midfield. He's quick as well. I feel like that balance of like a Henderson, Chamberlain, and like a Maddison or an Ali. I think them three would really kind of make a nice like triangle in that midfield.
Yeah. I agree.
Definitely, I feel like for players like Winks, kind of I know he's been in the England squad for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I know he plays a little bit for England, but I feel like the players who play for these big teams get in the England squad a little bit too easily.
Yeah, I think that's been the case with Lingard.
Yeah.
I think obviously he went because of Chamberlain's injury, but I do think that he's missed out deservedly so.
Oh yeah. I'm not a fan of Lingard. I don't think anyone is, to be fair.
Yeah, Lingard has just gone downhill.
Yeah. Why do you think that?
I don't really know. I feel like his just confidence has just dropped massively, and he's just underperforming all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't know what happened to him really.
Do you feel like there's
not created many chances or anything?
Do you feel like there's a turning point that you can maybe remember that Lingard kind of started to go downhill, or a moment, or do you think it was kind of just?
Yeah, I think it just happened. Yeah, it just happened. Confidence levels just went down.
Yeah, because when you
underperforming, didn't play well at all.
Because if you don't score an assist for a certain amount of time, you can kind of get away with it. But then when people keep bringing it up, and then when people then bring it up on the social media, and then it becomes a joke, and then a meme, everyone uses it. You can be aware of that. I remember when it was about.
Yeah.
That's all I saw. Lingard hasn't assisted, or Alisson's got more assists than Lingard. Ederson.
Yeah.
And that can have a serious effect on a player.
And then you've got Bruno Fernandes coming in as well.
Absolutely ripping up the Premier League. Exactly. Because I feel like he would have been told as well when Bruno Fernandes came in, he would have thought, you can either stay, fight for your place, or go.
Yeah.
We won't need you anymore.
There's also a video. I think it was the derby, and Lingard came on, I think, and it's Solskjaer on the sideline.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah. And that just really proves how like their relationship, really, because
I kind of think that showed that with Solskjaer and Lingard, I think his patience was at an end there.
Yeah.
Like if you don't start showing something now,
because
you will be gone.
He's been given the time. He's not.
Yeah. He's had his chance.
He's had since the start of the season, pretty much. Bought Bruno in January.
Because I think he was one of the ones given a chance by Solskjaer.
Yeah.
Because you got rid of so many kind of big name players for United at the time. Got rid of Lukaku. He wasn't part of the playing style, so you got rid of him. Sanchez, he wasn't doing it. Got rid of him straight away. Smalling, even him, who I thought was one of your better centre backs, got rid of him. Gone.
Yeah.
So I feel like he said to Lingard, I think he went, right, this is your chance. You've got till January. If not, we'll bring someone in. Didn't do it.
And especially he's gotten. He was like a couple of months ago. He's got is it Raiola as his new agent? Raiola or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's known for moving players as well.
Yeah.
At the stage Lingard's at, he's gone and got a new agent, and Paul Pogba's one as well. Obviously, he's done big transfers over his career. So I feel like Lingard is eventually going to get a transfer to somewhere else.
I'm just
if he don't perform.
And just on Lingard, I know we're talking about the Euro squad, and he probably won't be in it, but on Lingard, if he were to leave United, what club would be next for him? What level of club would be next?
Well, I think Inter Milan.
Like an Inter
I
Milan.
think
Would you think he'd
yeah.
stay at that high level, or would maybe if he stays in the Prem? Say if he stays in the Prem, what kind of club would he be at? Mid-table, kind of a Europa League team, maybe even lower. Where would you think he'd end up at?
Mid-table.
Kind of a mid-table.
Yeah,
bottom half of the table. He wouldn't be in a Europa. He wouldn't get in.
To be honest, I don't think he'll. I don't think he'll
No.
stay in the Premier League. To be honest, I feel like if he stays in the Premier League and goes to a lower team, I feel like that'll just embarrass him. He's been at Manchester United and he goes down. It's just a bit embarrassing for him. So I think he'll just go to a different country, different club, new experience, and see how it goes there.
Yeah, it's kind of like the downfall of Lingard, like him leaving for a lower place club. It's like, right, he now knows.
Yeah.
You know, but I think like on the agent's point, and you're saying moving abroad, if the agent can find good money for him abroad, without a doubt, he'll get him gone. He'll be like, come on, the agent fee's high, you're getting a nice wage, you're getting away from this country. You know, win-win.
As I've said, you've seen it. We've seen it with United players before. Obviously, Ashley Young and Lukaku, and even Sanchez have gone to Inter now. And Lukaku's been performing. I think Young fitted in well. They've obviously got Eriksen as well, another Premier League player there. So I think Inter Milan is a good team for Lingard to transfer to.
Yeah, and I think as well with so many United players being there, Inter Milan, I feel like he'd just fit in there nicely. Obviously, got Eriksen though. They've signed him, so do you feel like they'd even need him? So it's one of them.
You see, depending on the team, I don't really think Lingard's first team quality for certain teams like Inter Milan. I don't think he.
I think
he would definitely wouldn't take Eriksen's place.
Yeah. But
he'd be a good backup player.
I think
maybe like first team with Eriksen. You never know, the chemistry between them could be just mint.
Yeah.
But as him as a backup player, I think he'd be very good.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lingard. I think because he was, this English prospect coming through United, a few loan spells, got in the team, broke through. I feel like that helped him. I feel like if he was someone like from abroad, who'd been scouted, came through the ranks, loaned out. I think just because he wasn't English, I feel like they would have just got rid of him.
Yeah.
Because he's English, they've kept him and gone, let's try and show that the English can produce.
Yeah.
Right, okay, we're moving on from Lingard because I feel like we spent a little bit too... I think he didn't deserve that much time on him. But I also just want to go over Dele Alli just quickly, because I'm only picking him out in particular because he'd probably be our creative spark in the team for the Euros. He's only 23, which sounds ridiculous because he's been around for 4 or 5 years at Tottenham. Obviously, at Tottenham now, obviously talk about Kane leaving and all that. Do you think maybe for Alex might be time to move on? New team, new challenge? Or do you feel like he's
I rate if Kane moved on, he'd then become the star player with Son. So then I don't know really. I don't know.
Yeah, because you've got the problem with Tottenham and what they need to really be careful of is if Kane goes, Son will more than likely want to go. If Son maybe goes, then Dele Alli might want to go.
Yeah, and then they're just going to end up with no.
Then you got everyone around them going, "What? Well, everyone's leaving. I don't want to be here."
Yeah.
So that's a problem I think Tottenham got. I think if they lose a few players, I feel like they can just fall.
Collapse.
Quickly. Collapse.
Yeah.
And then they'll struggle to bring players in because no one will play up top or in midfield behind players that just aren't to the level of what they want to play.
Because you bring them in, and then they need time to adapt. They need to gel together.
Yeah.
If they've not played in the Prem before, they'll have to adapt to the Prem as well. So I feel like Ali, if he might move on into a better, move to a City. Not saying he's going to move to City, he's definitely not. But like a team like City where it's well structured. You have set instructions. You play.
I could see him as a City player actually.
And
that'd be a decent
alongside
transfer.
better players around him.
Yeah.
He could really, because he has to be one of the best players, and he always has to perform. I feel like there's added on pressure to him because I remember in the Leipzig
Yeah.
game in the Champions League, because
Yeah.
they had a few injuries. He was the player that all the fans and the players were looking towards to do something.
Yeah, they expected a lot from him.
Yeah, and to carry a team. And I feel like
Yeah.
in a Tottenham team, I just don't think he was good enough, or he's good enough. I feel
Yeah.
like a move for him would be kind of healthy. But then you got players nowadays. They've got like with contracts, you've got like this weird kind of loyalty to a club. It's like if you're contracted, then you're staying.
Yeah.
It's weird because like with Maguire and Leicester were like, we've got him, we're happy with him, he's contracted with us. Unless you give us the money we want, there's no reason for us to let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like depending if he is contracted, say if he's contracted till 2022, say he's got an extra 2 years, Tottenham won't let him go because they didn't pay much for him. And then if they let him go on maybe cheaper than what he is, they'll just keep him because they'll be like, we don't want to let him go. There's no, we have no reason to let him go. We need him. So, yeah, we'll move on from midfielders. I feel like our kind of general midfield was Henderson, Chamberlain, and Maddison, kind of Mount, like Ali, one of those creative players in the midfield role.
Can I say something? Oh God, say something about the debate about Phil Foden.
Yes, we can. Yeah, while we're on midfielders, we'll definitely.
Yeah, we might as well talk about it.
Yeah.
I think he has got a bright future for England and City.
What? Because you met him.
100%. Yep, outside Nando's. But no, he's a very good player. I think he deserves to be in the at least travel with the team. Maybe not start, but just get the experience.
Yeah. I agree with that. But I think with Foden, I feel like because he doesn't play, loads of minutes, and Guardiola gets a bit of stick for it.
Yeah.
Like because when you're just playing like the Champions League games and the League Cup games and all that, the ones I go to and I see him, you can just see how good he is. I know it's not against the greatest
potential's
opponents, but obviously I think he'll become this kind of a caliber of a player. When you grow up watching City, like he was from about 2010 to obviously now, a player, the way he plays, the person you look up to is David Silva.
Yeah.
That's who he would have studied, he would have watched all the time, he would have wanted to put parts of his game into his. And now playing with him and training with him, you can just see when he makes the passes, you're like, Silva would make them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Foden, when you actually watch him and you're at the stadium or you're watching it on telly, you can actually see, this guy's got potential.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
Anything else on the Foden?
I think that's it. I think.
I think if he travels with the team and you give him time, obviously I think he'll be ready. Not this Euros, but next Euros or World Cup. I think he'd be challenging for a place, because maybe challenging for Pickford's, Henderson's place in midfield. Obviously not centre defensive mid.
Yeah, but if he was pushed up,
I think he could get that spot.
With Foden as well, you've got to realise the players he's training with.
Yeah, he's obviously going to improve every day.
The manager he's getting coached by. Like, if you're not learning stuff, training with them kind of players and getting taught by that manager, then, you've kind of got a problem. You should be learning a lot of stuff and becoming a better player, which he definitely has. So I think Foden definitely should have a shout, but the only problem with him is he needs more game time. Like, just to prove it.
Yeah.
So that's obviously something Guardiola might have to do. But you say that, he started the League Cup final and got man of the match.
And got man of the match, yeah.
Played class on that right wing. Not even his natural position, he got man of the match.
Yeah.
Not even in his natural position. So I think Foden's a great shout. I know there's a question. We might as well do it now. I know we'll leave questions till the end, but it links in, so might as well say it. I know there's a question, and it was Foden or Greenwood. For me, straight away, the different positions.
Yeah.
But we'll base it off potential. Who has bigger potential, or who could probably go and do more in their career?
Not just because I'm a United fan, I would say Greenwood.
Why?
I feel
I
like
want to know why.
he is just a natural goal scorer.
Yeah, because he's
Left
been
foot,
linked to
right
like
foot.
Van Persie, hasn't he?
Yeah,
The kind of
he's
way he finishes. Yeah.
very like Van Persie. Left foot, right foot, cutting on each side. He scores mint goals.
Yeah. I
And
remember the ones against Newcastle, I think, where the one where he like crashed it off the bar.
Yeah.
yeah,
Into the roof. That was a
yeah.
wicked finish. That. Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, obviously two different types of players. But I would pick Greenwood.
Yeah.
Just because of his left and right foot.
Both footed.
That's
That is
yeah.
a big.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, I agree. Harvey, who would you think?
Yeah, it's a bit biased, but I would go Greenwood as well.
I feel it. I feel the bias in it. I feel it.
You see,
wow. Yeah. Okay.
it might be. I mean, it is. It's because Greenwood plays in attack, and obviously you've got Foden in midfield. But I think
Foden can play attack.
Yeah, but I think that see, it's probably because Foden usually plays in midfield but can play attack. I think Greenwood can change a game massively more, in my opinion. I think he can come on and he can get that goal.
But you feel like Greenwood can change a game more because of the players around him?
No.
Because you got Foden. This is my argument for Foden. I think he'll do better because firstly he's going to win more. Because United aren't going to win, I don't think, anything for a long time. Again, that's not me not liking United or not being a fan. That's what if you look at it in a real way, I think Foden will just win so much more.
Well, speaking about that, I rate if we've signed Bruno Fernandes. I don't want to get too much into this because, but if we sign these players, they've been linked to Jack Grealish, Maddison, Sancho, Koulibaly. If we get them players, we're in for another chance.
If Foden's already got those players, he can fit straight in, and he's already surrounded by class players. And the thing is with Foden, he fits straight in. When Foden plays, you don't go, well, you can tell he isn't quite good enough. Or
so did Bruno Fernandes. I feel like Bruno Fernandes fitted in straight away.
Because Fernandes is so, Fernandes, he's firstly a lot older, he's experienced, we know he has quality, and he comes into a team that isn't very good. Let's be honest. It's not a great team. Overall, when you look at United, from what they used to be till now, Fred's had a decent season now. But
Fred's up his game.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you not think that, because I think Greenwood could do better than Foden in this case. I think Foden, it's a fact, Foden's got better players around him, better players to play off and play into. And let's just say, for example, Foden plays a good pass through to Aguero, more likely to score than someone like Rashford, let's just say, right? I think that if you give Greenwood the players around him that Foden's got, I think Greenwood would do as well. I think.
But again, with my argument with Foden is he's so used to playing at such a high intensity level, even at training, around all the players he plays with. I feel like against Greenwood every day isn't playing against top world class players. Again, I'm just being honest, because everyone goes on about United having this, if we sign this, we've got Fernandes. It's like, yeah, but City have De Bruyne, David Silva, all these amazing players, Sterling, Aguero. I'm not going to list them all. But I just feel like Foden around them, and the way he plays them day in, day out, and the way that he's been at City all of his life, and he's already winning things, by the way.
Yeah.
Already winning things. I feel like if United don't get these players, say if they do get the players in, then sure, Greenwood could definitely succeed at United and win trophies. But if you don't, and you don't win anything, and Greenwood's kind of just stuck there, then you could, he's not going to win anything. Because I don't think Greenwood in the future, I don't know how good he will become, but maybe in the future he might be that player, kind of like a Rashford, who could win you a game, who could win you a, cup semi-final. Be that kind of a caliber player.
But do you think Foden will be able to win City cup games, in semi-final?
100%. Foden in his prime. Again, this is a lot of biased, but Foden in his prime, I'm telling you now, will be one of the best midfielders in the league. Maybe not in the league, but in the world, depending on how far he wants to go. Obviously, he could get injured. We don't know that. But off what I see and the players he's surrounded around every day, if he really reaches his potential, he could easily be one of England's best midfielders, maybe in the league. For me, that's just my
I
opinion.
feel
Anyway.
like United signing with Bruno Fernandes will
help Greenwood massively.
Yeah, and Fernandes, I think, will also attract a lot of star players, pretty much. And don't forget, we also have Pogba. If Pogba stays, we've got Fernandes and Pogba in the centre there. And I know that both playmakers, both can ping a pass. And if Greenwood's on at the time, takes a touch and finishes, does it constantly. I mean, and he's on fire.
I feel like this is kind of similar to Foden with Greenwood. It's kind of like I feel like the managers need a little bit more faith in them. I feel like Greenwood was just starting to getting the team and start. I feel like Greenwood will have more of a chance to break into the starting 11 because the quality isn't as good. Like Martial can have his off games and his on games. He has more off for me. So I feel like if Martial's at 3 or 4 off games, you can easily bring in Greenwood, and if he really kicks on, I feel like he could stick in the team. But with Foden, no matter how good of a game he'll have, the next game with Guardiola could easily be dropped and rotated. So I feel like if Greenwood could just get a regimented spot in and just stick and perform, I feel like he could easily get to the top a bit quicker.
Yeah.
But again, this is the future, so we don't know. So we'll have to see. Right, a bit off topic, but we'll get back on it. Strikers, England strikers. In the last podcast that if you want to check out is on the channel already, the first episode, we discussed like the Premier League season, what they should do due to the current pandemic that is going on, and the suspended of many leagues, and then we spoke about the team of the season, of what it would be if the season was to end, and we didn't have a debate, we more had a struggled conversation on who to pick for striker, because the players we're going to mention were in that debate. So I've got the strikers down here, I've got the stats as well, so I'm just going to rattle through these quick. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7. So I'm going to say 7. If you can rattle that down to 3 strikers that you'd choose, not to go in the front 3, but to
potentially play.
So we're going to pick 3, and then we're going to put our 3 together and then debate them. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So I put Rashford in there as well because he could play striker. So I'll just put that in there. So we've got. I'm going to say Vardy first. If he comes out of international retirement. There's talks of that, wasn't there, before? Is he going to come out and play? So if he does, then we'll discuss him. But obviously he's still retired, so we don't know. So anyway, so we've got Vardy, 26 Prem games, 19 goals, 4 assists. Kane, 20 Premier League appearances, obviously got injured. But in those 20 games, he got 11 goals and 2 assists. Tammy Abraham, 25 appearances, 13 goals, 3 assists. Danny Ings has played every Premier League game, 29. 15 goals, 1 assist. Calvert-Lewin, 27 Prem appearances, 13 goals, 1 assist. Remember, some of these appearances are also substitute ones as well. So like Calvert-Lewin, a lot of them would have been subs. When Marcus Silva was manager. I thought I'd put Callum Wilson in there, but 28 games, 8 goals, 0 assists, injury struck, he probably won't make it. And then Rashford, 22 Prem appearances, 14 goals, 4 assists. So we've got Vardy, Kane, Abraham, Ings, Calvert-Lewin, Wilson, Rashford. If you can try and pick 3. I'll start with mine, so you just can have a little bit of a think. Obviously, you got Kane straight away. He's number 1.
Yeah.
Vardy, if he was to come out of retirement.
Yep.
And then also I'd pick Calvert-Lewin for mine.
Yeah. My 3 would probably be Harry Kane.
Yep. Call it England captain.
Tammy Abraham. And Calvert-Lewin.
So no Vardy. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not a fan of Vardy for England. Obviously, he's talent for Leicester, but
no, because
England,
he has struggled with England sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, are you going with
I'd go Vardy, Kane, and Rashford. But if you're gonna put Rashford in left wing, then I'd probably go Abraham.
Thing is with Rashford, you see those stats: 14 goals, 4 assists. If you could maybe kind of, this is just again, this wouldn't happen. But just a thought. What about if you could try maybe put like 2 up front? Maybe try that. Kane and Rashford. Because 14 goals, that's their third highest on that list. Behind Abraham and Vardy.
And he had a bad injury as well.
And he's played out wide.
Yeah.
So, I think I think maybe a 2 up front. Again, I don't think he'd do it, but just a thought.
Yeah.
I feel like Kane will obviously start. Of course, he'll start because he's the captain, and he won the Golden Boot, didn't he? In the World Cup. Should have squared it to Sterling, but we won't get into that. But I feel like if we just rule Vardy out, because I honestly don't think he'll come out of retirement for it. I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
I think it'd be a great idea for him to do it, kind of get his name out again. But I feel like Abraham really brings out like different option.
Yeah.
How tall he is. He's quick. When I've watched him, he presses well. He's not like a lazy player, and always tries his best, no matter what.
Yeah.
And you can tell when something doesn't go wrong, he does get a bit frustrated. He cares.
Yeah.
He wants to put the graft in. But then also we had the discussion of Danny Ings, not starting, but kind of just making it in.
Yeah, I rate Danny Ings as a player. He can score some good goals.
Yeah, and in a struggling Southampton side as well.
Yeah.
I feel like scoring 15 goals, I think is really impressive. But then would you take Ings over, like Calvert-Lewin? Players like that.
I'd take Calvert-Lewin over Ings.
Because realistically, how many strikers are you going to take? Because you've got wingers, you've got Rashford, Sancho. Who else have you got? Hudson-Odoi. All that. So realistically, you're taking 3 strikers?
Yeah, I say 3.
So, I think Ings, if you used to take 4s, maybe as a backup.
Yeah, I think Ings has just missed out, to be honest.
I think he just missed out as well. As well. I agree.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of unfortunate for the other strikers because the fact that Kane is captain and he's the best striker, he's just going to get in there straight away.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like maybe the next World Cup after that, maybe if Kane does get an injury that rules him out. So one of them could maybe take the hot seat. Obviously, when we say Danny Ings is like a good striker, we mean obviously he didn't make it at Liverpool.
But yeah, we mean good enough. Yeah, really. Yeah. Good, just good enough. I don't mean he's like a star player.
Yeah, and then a lot of these we're just putting like hypothetical situations for a lot of these.
Yeah.
So like that 2 up front, that was just an idea that could be discussed. So so strike obviously it will be Kane, but I feel like if we need height, Abraham goes straight in. If we need someone to like win flick-ons, really close down the defenders, I say Calvert-Lewin. So, yeah. We're coming up to an hour. So we were going to discuss like right backs, centre backs, left backs, talk about Southgate, but I don't want this to be too long. So any questions now, put in the chat.
Lewis Peggy, mate. Who do you think you are, mate? Who's that guy? He's so bad at this, swear doesn't watch football. Lewis Peggy, your second name's Peggy, pal. Right. Just back off.
According to this channel, I've actually commentated quite a lot of games, so I do watch football.
Lewis Peggy, what team do you support?
I think it's Liverpool. I don't know if it's Liverpool, but I've just been looking like every now and then to my right, and I've seen Kenzie and him having a debate over Laporte and goals.
Yeah, I've seen that. Lewis, who do you support? Just put in the chat, lad.
Being a bit obviously there's like 30-second delay, so
yeah.
Look up in a minute. Oh, but we've good discussions there. We've missed kind of like 3 topics we're going to discuss. So
I think out of the last quite a few tournaments that England have gone, I think this is the best squad we'll have by far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
expecting big things from England.
Don't expect too much.
It's coming
That's
out.
all I'm gonna say.
Who's your 3 favourite footballing players who turned out to be predators?
Oh my god! Right.
Bloody hell.
Bye. Let's read them in our heads before we
Yeah, I didn't realise.
Oh, they're gone. That's fine.
Lewis Peggy.
When's the next one? Fantastic question. The next one will be pre-recorded. We'll do pre-recorded live. We'll kind of do that kind of schedule. So next one, we'll try and record. Well, we can record it whenever, can't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do these Tuesday, Thursday uploads. So Tuesday should be
Kenzie,
next one.
Kenzie, better be subbed to my channel, lad.
I know, yeah. Description.
Do you want
anything to
Yeah,
do with commentating? Yes, I do. I want that to be my job. That's why I'm doing this. Experience. So yeah, that's why I do this. Do we gain any subscribers? Let's have a look. We are coming to an end as well of the street. So like, if you're just here to hear the podcast part of it, then I don't mind if you go now. If you want to stay behind for like the questions after it, then you can stay. That's fine. I don't force anyone to be here.
Any future guests? That's a good question.
336. We didn't get to future guests. If you could try and get some, I know. This is kind of a mad kind of. This is probably for the future. But if we get any footballers on, I think that'd be really cool.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Again,
That would be
is
sick.
kind of a long-term one.
Yeah. What's his channel? My channel.
Description.
My channel's in the description, lad.
Description.
Where me and Zach are currently doing the Minecraft series. We're going to record the second episode after this.
Fantastic PC skills.
So, Kenzie, go subscribe to me, lad, now, or else I actually won't be happy. I'm actually missing Kenzie. I've not seen Kenzie in so long.
And as well for this stream, the start of it will be edited out. I don't.
Yeah,
because that was an absolute mess. When we do this again, like next week, because the pre-recorded episodes will be out every Tuesday. The live ones will be either like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll try to stick for Thursday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that won't happen again. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Kenzie and Lewis Peggy are having it off in the chat.
I've been reading the whole stream. We're going like this, so Lingard, and then I've just seen you going around, you're a joker, or something like that, or you're talking waffle.
Oh, I thought cheese gravy, yeah. We've got to show that. We've got to show that.
I'll throw a cheese case. Oh man! When it with this banter at the end, the pre-recorded one, this won't happen because we kind of finished the podcast.
When is Ben starting his rapping career?
That started a long time ago and it ended
a long time ago.
So
and Zach's rapping career as well, actually.
I don't even start. Right? Any football questions? Any more? Because we're going to end soon.
Just literally spam questions.
So any football, any comparisons, and then yeah. But yeah, I will go back and edit it. I'll edit this podcast a little bit. People who want to watch this after it's been live, I just don't want them to see the start of it going, what are these people on? But yeah, I'm not a big creator or anything, but I am going to spread the message, stay indoors, please. That's why I'm doing this, for people. If you get bored,
especially for this podcast, if MC Brunton.
Oh my god.
Especially, yeah, if you stay inside, we can get football, and then we can update these podcasts.
And then commentaries are back.
Yeah.
See how commentate, put my full emotion into the game.
Yeah.
And sometimes go a bit too over the top when Atletico Madrid score against Liverpool. Be back to that. You see that? Because you want. Okay, right, yeah. What? Oh, you timed them out. I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it quick enough. Any more questions? We'll give it a minute because I know they.
Villages on you that live outside Anfield, lad.
We'll give it till 5:30 until questions, and then if we don't get any from one, we'll end. And I'll edit this very quickly. So yeah, next topic for Tuesday. What are we thinking? Before we answer that question,
obviously, there's probably going to be updated news on transfers and stuff.
Yeah, we actually.
I was thinking transfers.
When me and Harvey did the first one, we did with this piece of paper. We wrote down topics, and a lot of them were like transfer rumours actually. So yeah, that'll be the next one. Look forward to that, transfer rumours and futures of the players, because we were supposed to discuss Harry Kane and Sancho's future, but we didn't get to it, so we can save that for sure. Henderson or Rodri? For no particular reason, no bias involved. Rodri.
I go Rodri. Yeah.
I think what Rodri brings is a bit more, but it depends, because again, a little bit different players.
Opinions on the best manager in the league.
Klopp. Are you a Liverpool fan?
He
might be a Liverpool.
He is a Liverpool fan.
He might be. You don't know though.
Can I get your opinions on top 3 songs made by footballers?
Oh, what was the England rap? Do you remember it? Like,
it's coming on.
With John Barnes. You've got to remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
That was funny.
My personal favourite.
Kenzie.
Calling the footballer.
Bro, I will come on this podcast next week and roast you. Jesus.
What was the best kit? What's your favourite kit?
Go on then, dare you, if you want.
Focus, let's not get dragged into the beef that's going on in the chat.
What was the best kit?
Best kit you've had, best kit you've
I've actually got Joe Hart's keeper shirt signed.
Isn't that an old England one as well?
Yeah, the old one.
Yeah, it's the green one.
And I've also got Danny Welbeck shirt.
Yeah, for me, my favourite one was the one I've got. Funny, actually, story time here. I had City's 2011-12 shirt. It was black and red, company on the back. It was the nicest shirt. It was so nice.
I think I remember that.
I think one of my cousin's mates knew.
No one asked that Ben guy. Lewis, why are you hating?
Ben, story time, man.
Sorry.
Anyway, so they knew company.
Lewis, you're a Liverpool fan, mate.
They knew company's wife, right? So my shirt got sent off to get signed. What would have been about 9 years ago.
Did it come back?
Haven't got the shirt back. So I don't know where it is. I don't know who's got it. If you're listening, you know where it is. Send it over. But yeah.
Company, if you're listening.
Yeah, if you company, if you're listening, get it back to me. That's mine.
Liverpool shirt is the best shirt ever. Right, you're going on a timeout.
Right, you know what? The chat's going to be out of hand, and I can't get my head around it. So that's going to be the end of the stream. Thank you, Ben and Harvey, for chatting.
No worries, no worries.
We'll be back Tuesday. The chat got a bit out of hand, so I'm going to have to cut it there. Like, subscribe. Ben's link is in the description. And yeah, watch Tuesdays and be back for Thursday, 9:30, same time, hopefully. Ciao.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
See you in a bit. Shirt is the best shirt.